Today I have the Moon Easter egg tutorial for you guys, complete step-by-step tutorial, and let's jump right into it. First of all, you're going to need to go and turn on the power, and then the next thing you're going to need is you're going to have the QED, the wave gun, and the Gurge device. So you'll need those for later steps, but make sure you have those for this Easter egg. Now, first thing you're going to do, this is the first step right here. As you can see, we have 4 computers, and this is after you turn the power on. There's going to be a game of Samantha Says, and each computer has a different color. It goes red, green, blue, yellow, and the computers will give you a pattern of colors. You have to type them in, and once you get all 6 colors typed in the correct pattern, that will be the end of part 1. Part 2, you have to come over here to the laboratory. This is the middle floor. You have to pick up the hacker, which will be on one of those desks around the lab, and you have to hack that first little light right there. Once you do that, all 4 or 5 of these little green lights will pop up on these little telepad things. Basically, you have to go around and hack each one. The only thing to note here is you have to have 500 points to hack the initial light in the beginning. So you can see Javino is doing that right here. All of our links in the description if you guys want to check out any of their channels. I actually died at this part, so we're spectating him, but he's going around and hacking each one of them. Note that you have to do all these within 60 seconds, and then what you have to do is you have to press each of these lights, and then press the last one within 2 to 3 seconds so they all stay lit up just like that. That's the end of part 2. Part 3 is the most difficult part of this entire process. You need to make sure the excavator, or that giant saw thing, the excavator, is actually sawing down in sector 6. You have to wait till that happens. There's no way to actually get that to go. It's just luck of the draw. You have basically a 33% chance of getting that saw to go down to sector 6 first. It can also saw the biodome or sector 11, but you have to have it sawing sector 6. Once that happens, you're going to need to take the hacker, run all the way back up to spawn here, and then hack that excavator pad thing, which will actually shut off the excavator, as you can see right here. We're going to show you in a second. The key here is you have to make sure you run quickly between when you're outside, because you can't breathe, obviously, where there's no air. So there's the excavator going up. That's done. That's part 3. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come down here right into sector 6, and you're going to see this blue ball appear. It's actually like a black egg is what they call it. But it's like this ball with all that alien writing kind of stuff on it. And what you're going to do is you're going to knife that, and it's going to bounce all over the place. You got to try to keep track of where it goes, because it will get stuck in some spots, and you have to keep knifing it like there. You got to keep knifing it so it continues to move. I want to point out that this animation, it's pretty creepy. It's just like a ball floating around, so I think this is really cool. Anyway, keep knifing it, and it's going to go all the way up onto the left satellite right up there. It's going to hit right on the top there, and it's going to get stuck. So this is where you need the wave gun. Now this is my part. I'm going to shoot at the very tip of it with the wave gun, and I'm not sure if I hit it in the first try or not. I think, oh, I did hit it in the first part. So you need to have the wave gun. You can't use those pistols. The wave gun is the only gun that will make that happen. The ball will continue to move. It's going to keep getting stuck. You have to keep knifing it. And this part, it gets hidden right up there. You need to shoot that little panel to get it out. It's going to hide up there. And then you're going to come over here. It's going to get hidden right there too. You keep knifing it. Keep knifing it. It's going to come all the way down. It's going to land right in the middle right there, which is the little part that opened up after part 2. So it's going to fit in there really nicely, and that is basically the end of part 3. That little the little tube right there will pop up, and that is for the next part, where you'll be shooting zombies like this. And once you shoot them near that tube, there'll be a red misty thing which represents their souls, and they will shoot up into the ceiling, and they will fill up that tube with that green liquid stuff, and basically that represents the zombie souls. And if you've ever played zombies any other maps, whenever Dog or the Hellhounds come out, Samantha always says, "Fetch me their souls." Well, this is where it comes into play. You're actually fetching their souls and giving them to Samantha. Once you get that whole tube filled up with green liquid, which is zombie souls, you need about 25 to 30 zombies. You have to kill them right next to that tube for them to go in there. You're going to flip this switch right over here that looks like a power switch. Once you flip that switch, it'll drain all the souls down in there. The tube will retract, and boom, here is Samantha. Pops out of the pyramid, and you will achieve the achievement, the Cryogenic Slumber Party 75G, achievement unlocked, as you can see right up there, and you will get a 90-second death machine for everybody on your team. Now, the 90-second death machine is kind of useless because you're probably going to have a crawler at that point, but you get it anyway. Moving on, now you have to come over here back to Area 51 through the teleporter. You're going to throw those grenades over there, and on the wall there will be 2 metal plates that fall off, as you can see there. That's where you need the Gurge device. You're going to Gurge, and those 2 metal plates will appear back on the teleporter, just like you see right there. You're going to come back to the moon. The plates will appear right next to Quick Revive, and now you need your QED. You throw a QED, and it'll pop the 2 plates right over there onto that little tray by the computer over there. So that's where you need your Gurge device and your QED. Once that is done, Right here is where we found the actual little tube thing you're going to need for the next part. There's a little S-shaped tube. It's like a lead pipe. You can call it a tube, a pipe, whatever you want. Basically, it's going to spawn in the laboratory either on one of the 3 floors. To this floor, the top floor we're just at, or down here. It usually spawns somewhere very noticeable, but this time it actually ended up spawning on the stairs right there, which is very hard to find. You basically pick that up, come back over there, and as you can see, we place it right in there. It's a little S-shaped tube like I just said. And whoever's Richtofen is going to place the golden rod, or right here you can see the golden rod, or the vril, whatever you want to call it, in between those 2 metal plates you just put up. There's going to be a red screen on the computer, but once you have to wait for them to talk a little bit, and once it's done, there'll be a green screen that stays green, and the vril, or the golden rod, will turn shiny and purple. You have to take that golden rod back after they're all done talking and come over here, and you're going to place it in that little part. It actually does it for you, I believe. I don't think you even have to press X. Then there's going to be 4 tubes that pop up around Samantha, as you can see right here. You have to do the same exact thing as we did in the first part, where you kill the zombies and all their souls will go into those 4 tubes, except this time there's 4 times as many. And you have to make sure you kill the zombies near the tube you want the souls to go into. So I sped this up right here. It takes about 2 rounds to kill all the zombies you need, give or take, depending on how many players you're doing it with. I wanted to point out that you can do this with 4 players, 3 players, and I think you can also do it with 2 players, maybe even 1 player if you're Richtofen. Not completely sure on that. We did it with 3 players, as you can see here. So I sped this all up. Basically, once you get all those tubes filled up, you're going to come back over here, and you're going to flip that switch again, and all the tubes are going to go back down. As you can see, the golden rod's right in there, and boom, it gets all boingy and stuff, and then that little ball is going to come displaced from there. And you can see right there, I got the gamer picture unlocked for doing that part. Actually, I don't know if that's delayed or whatnot, but you get the gamer picture for one of the achievements. So the ball gets removed, and those tubes go down, and that's the next part of that one. I just figured out why I got the gamer picture unlocked is because whoever's Richtofen at this point will have all 8 perks. He actually gets all 8 perks, and Samantha transfers her body into Richtofen's body. You're going to come back over here, and you're going to throw a Gurge device again. That little ball will get sucked up. Once you do that, you have to play Samantha Says 3 more times, except this time the games are much more difficult. They get increasingly difficult. The last one, I think you have to do 9 colors in a row. So I highly suggest writing down all the colors on a piece of paper so you don't forget. Otherwise, you might be stuck here for a while. But this is the last step of the Easter egg, guys. Once you get all those Samantha Says games done completely, you will turn around and you'll see these rockets that are taking 115, the substance 115, and going back to Earth. I'm going to let it play out right here, and I'm going to show you guys in regular time what it looks like. It's super epic. Before I head out, guys, I want to say thank you for everybody who supported my channel. Our links are all in the description. This Easter egg was awesome. I want to thank Treyarch, and I want to say if you guys really enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful, I highly suggest you guys click like below. That really helps us out a lot, as well as favorite the video if you want to come back and see it again if you get lost at any point in the Easter egg. I'll sign out for now, guys. You can watch the rest of it. You will get the achievement, The Big Bang, which is worth 100G, yo. And you will get all 8 perks permanently for the rest of the game. Everybody on your team will get all 8 perks permanently. So that means when you die, you get downed, or you die completely for a round, and you come back, you will have the perks there the entire game. So that's very helpful. And I'll show you guys what Area 51 looks like after the missiles hit it at the very end of the video. Peace, guys.
Ow! Ow! My ankle! Holy hell, I hope we didn't screw that up. That's it? Seriously? All that work and all we did was blow up the Earth? What the fuck?
Goodbye, Daddy. I love you and I miss you.
Look! I am Spaceman Cosmonaut!
So as you can see, we're back here at Area 51, and the first thing you probably noticed is the sky is purple now. Everything looks a little bit darker. Some things look a little bit destroyed, but you didn't really actually do that much damage to the Earth, at least this part in Area 51. I have to say that when you go back to the moon, though, after you destroy the Earth, or blow up the Earth, the zombies' eyes are all a bright blue, and the Earth looks like this orange fireball. It looks super sick, and all the colors seem to be more like a bright neon color around the map on the moon. So it's very, very awesome looking. I really enjoyed this. Please be sure to like the video, guys, if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you all next time. Peace.
You have